ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Week 2 picks. Obviously last week I went 12-4. At one point I was 12-1, but I lost the last 3 games. It's okay. I still did a really good job, especially being first week. A lot of guesses, a lot of predictions. Now we have a little bit more to bounce off of. So I'm excited for this week. I want to keep it strong. Let's just get right into it, man. Let's see. The first game is this Thursday. Okay, yeah, it's the right side right here. So the first game we got is going to be a good one. The Commanders versus the Packers. Packers looked really good, obviously against the Lions. I don't want to say they exposed them, but their defense and their offense looked really well. The Commanders, on the other hand, though, they could have played a little bit better against the Giants. They still got the dub. I feel like it should have been a little bit more of a blowout there, but it is what it is. Packers at home again. I'm going to take them in a slight victory. Commanders defense is not bad. I'm gonna go with 28. I think Commanders make it close. I'm gonna go 24-28 in favor of the Packers. Next game, the Bills and the Jets. Bills had a crazy comeback win in the fourth quarter. Jets almost beat the Steelers in a very close game. The Bills just look good. They look hot. This is a division game, so it's gonna be close no matter what. I feel like it's gonna be low scoring too. I'm gonna take it 30 for the Bills. And then I think their defense does well. We'll go 30-20 in favor of the Bills. Jets looked really well, but I don't think they have enough to beat the Bills team, especially on defense. So I think it'll be a good game, but I do have the Bills taking it. Next, got the Pats versus the Dolphins. Go ahead and give me the Patriots. I watched the Patriots play last week because of the Raiders, obviously, and they don't look bad. Drake May actually looks really good. Like, he looks really good, and I think they could expose this Dolphins defense just like the Colts did last week, right? Yeah, the Colts played them. Um, yeah, I think they could really expose this Dolphins defense. The Dolphins offense does not look good either. Um, yeah, I think it's a pretty good win for the Patriots. I'm gonna go 26 to 20. I'm gonna go 26-17. I think the Dolphins just can't produce enough offense at all. It's kind of sad, but it's what it is. Next game, the Jags and the Bengals. Man, this is a weird one right here because I see everybody picking the Bengals. I don't know though, because like the Bengals, they struggle. Like they struggle in the first few games of the season. They did win against the Browns, but that was barely, to be honest with you. If they didn't get that pick at the end of the game, which was great defense, by the way, it would have been over. So, um, I still do like them at home in their chances, but I think this is a close game. I'm gonna go 27 for the Bengals, and I think the Jaguars might put up 21. So I'm gonna go 21-27. Browns, Ravens. I think this game is a blowout game. The Ravens just look amazing on offense. Like there's nothing that can stop them. The Browns always have decent defense, but I don't think their offense is going to be able to provide against this defense of the Ravens. Even though they did get exposed by Josh Allen, but Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league. It's not even close. So it makes sense. I'm gonna go 13-34. Um, the Browns losing to the Ravens. Broncos versus the Colts. I'm gonna take the Colts here. The Broncos did not look good in their first game against the Titans, which should have been a blowout game, no doubt about it. The Colts, they they were amazing. Daniel Jones played great. I said in the last video, I think the Giants were holding him back, and they were, to be honest. I mean, you can't get too ahead of yourself now, like already, but I think the Colts being at home again, they are looking strong and have momentum. I think they go out there. It's going to be a really low scoring game here. Both two good defenses. I'm going to take it 20 for the Colts and 16 for the Broncos. Very low scoring game, but I do have the Colts taking it in the end. Chargers, Raiders. I'm a Raiders fan, but give me the Chargers. Raiders didn't look bad, but there was definitely a lot of cons more than pros, if that makes sense. Like the defense was getting exposed in certain regions, certain areas, and the offense looked good at first, and then they slowed down a lot. So I think obviously division game is going to be close. I'm gonna go 30 for the Chargers and go. Man, the Chargers defense is really good. And we only scored 17 against the Patriots. Still think it would be close. I'm going to go 24. I'm actually going to go 24-33 in favor of the Chargers. I think it's a pretty good win. Not blowout, but a two-score game, two-touchdown game. So I'll take that. Next, we got the Rams and the Titans. Rams did not show a good offensive game, but they did show a great defensive game. And then obviously the Titans, they didn't look too bad. I mean, obviously, like we said, they had 2 picks that game. Defense did not look bad at all, but offense was getting clamped up by the Broncos. It wasn't even close. I think they lose again, and I think they only score 13. I have the Rams barely inching it out, though. I'm going to go 24-13. I hope they can do a little bit better than the Broncos did. So I'm going to take them with 24 points there. Next, we got the Seahawks and the Steelers. Steelers barely inch out a win, but their offense looked good. Seahawks, on the other hand, they lost to the 49ers in a game-winning field goal kick by Jake Moody, I think, is what happened. I don't even know what happened in that game. I had the Seahawks, but they did not pull through. Sam Darnold fumbled off of throwing it off his lineman's back. Just a lot of mistakes that they made. JSN's just their true wide receiver 1. Cooper Kupp really isn't even there. I'm going to take the Steelers, man, at home. I don't think if the Seahawks were at home here, it would be a closer of a game. But I see a 30-point game. I'm going to say 31 for the Steelers. And then for the Seahawks, maybe 23. Maybe. That's maybe. I'm actually going to go 21. Their offense just doesn't produce enough, I feel like, especially for the Steelers' defense. I hope the Steelers can bounce back from their last game defensively. So we'll see. But we're going to go 31-21 in favor of the Steelers. Got the game of the week, arguably the Super Bowl rematch. We got the Eagles, and then we got the Chiefs at home. I'm going to take the Chiefs here. A lot of people are taking the Eagles. They looked really good, but I just kind of feel like Patrick Mahomes kind of has that revenge, and they're at home. The atmosphere is going to be high. I think it's a high-scoring game. I'm going to go 35-28 in a 7-point victory for the Chiefs. I just think they ball out and just show that they are still a great team. I don't see them going 0-2 early in the season. That would be very bad for the Chiefs situation. But I think they get the bounce back after the loss. Buccaneers versus the Texans. Texans did not look good. They did not. Buccaneers, they had a little rocky of a start. They finished. They got lucky, to be honest. Younghoe Koo missed the game-tying field goal to go to overtime. They should have went to overtime that game. I'm going to take the Texans here. I think they need to bounce back, and if they need to bounce back, it's right now after that loss against the Rams. Rams showed a great defensive game. Buccaneers also have great defense. I think it's a low scoring game here. But I'm gonna have them inching it out 26-23 in a close game. Then we got the Cowboys and the Giants. Cowboys, like I said, another bounce back game situation. I don't know if they'll start Jackson Dart. I think it's still going to be Russell Wilson there. I think Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are a good team. I think they put on a scoring plethora, you could say. Not too much, though. I'm going to go 33 for them. And then I'm going to take the Giants with a solid 16-33 win for the Cowboys. Like I said, I think their offense is really good. I think the Giants' defense is okay, but it's not going to be enough to handle CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. It's just not going to be enough. Then we got the 49ers and the Saints. The Saints actually surprised me. They played really well. Like I said, shock, surprise. 49ers, they didn't play too good, but I do think that their offense will be way too much for their defense. So in that case, I'm going to have them scoring 31. Saints, though, I feel like they do play a good game. I'm going to go 22-31 in favor of the 49ers. Bears, Lions, division matchup. I don't like what I saw from the Bears. I'm going to take the Lions in a bounce back win. I feel like this is pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and there was a lot of weaknesses in that. Like, you can't let the Vikings score 27 points on you or however many they scored. You just can't. You just can't. 27, yeah, 27. You just can't. That should not just happen, you know what I mean? So I think Lions show a little bit more offense this game and they get 34 points themselves. I think they go out there at home too and really show what they are about. For the Bears, though, I'm going to go ahead and take 26. The Lions defense did not look like the Lions defense from the past years, but I think maybe the Bears could put together something. You know, it's a division game. I like to keep them closer. The Bears might not even score 26. They might even score just 20 or something like that, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt there. Panthers, Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. They still didn't look too good, but the Panthers were really bad. It was ugly. I think they can actually put together a lot of points here. I'm going to go 29 for the Cardinals and for the Panthers. The Cardinals defense actually looked good, so I'm going to go 17 to 29. And that's given the Panthers the benefit of the doubt right there because can they really put together 17 points? I think so. It's just, you know, you got to get progress. It was the first game of the season last week, so can't really get on them too much. Falcons, Vikings. The Falcons offense looked really well against the Buccaneers. I'm going to take them and a bounce back win. Vikings, I still don't like their team. I think J.J. McCarthy sucks. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, you can call it hate all you want. Yes, they came back and won the game. I still don't think he's good. I don't buy it. Give me the Falcons. I think that they score a good amount of points too. It's not letting me edit it. I think they'll go out there and get 26 points. Vikings, give me 21, 26 to 21 in favor of the Falcons. That's going to be our week 2. So far we're 12-4. I'm excited to see what this week can give us. So far, let's just check the conferences. The Chargers first in the AFC West. We got the Colts in the AFC South at the top with 2-0. This is just my prediction. Then we got the Bengals, the top of the AFC North. Even though I feel like, yeah, this looks good. You know, they're tied obviously with the Steelers, but the Bills for the AFC East looks about good to me. Packers 2-0, that's fine. 3 teams 2-0 for the NFC West, right? NFC West, yeah. That's they're always one of the best divisions though, so I'm not really shocked with it. Seahawks starting 0-2 is my prediction. Not looking too good. This division is the worst division in the NFL, arguably. Um, I mean, you could argue that the AFC South is worse. You could. But the Saints and Panthers just don't provide enough offense. So tied there. Eagles, this division is very competitive right here. The Eagles, I have 1-1. They still make a spot so far. But yeah, it's gonna wrap up week 2. Hope you guys enjoy. We will recap next week, next Tuesday. I'm gonna try to keep it consistent. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your guys' predictions down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. And yeah.